You want us to just start randomly?
Start recording. We got a clap sync still.
Sure.
We gotta I'm
recording.
We're not starting right now. I'm just start recording when you're ready. Oh my God, Robert just flashbanged himself. Jesus.
Hey, Rob. You remember inviting this guy? I don't remember inviting him to our podcast.
Are you hijacking JABOIS right now?
I made JABOIS.
Okay, where are you gonna post it?
On JABOIS. Yeah, on the JABOIS channel on Pornhub.
There's gaming videos on there that do well. Okay. You ever read those comments? So supportive.
Don't tempt me. I swear to God, I'll go and make a JABOIS channel on Pornhub.
Funny you should say that. Podcast hasn't started yet. We'll come back to that.
Yeah, what do you mean? Hold on. I got some research to do real quick.
No. Listen. Don't. Wait. Okay. We're starting the podcast. Should we have like a proper intro? Hey, welcome to JABOIS. It's me, JABOI. Should we do an intro of some kind or?
The fuck was that? Hey,
okay.
It's me, JABOI.
Okay,
from
fine.
JABOIS.
Shut the fuck. I'll do a take. Okay, take two. Ready? Hey, welcome to the JABOIS Podcast. It's me, JABOI Holdiniful, your favorite member of the podcast and host. Joining me today and forever, it seems, Robert.
That's me you're pointing at.
You're not Robert.
Well, that was me you're pointing at.
On my screen, I'm pointing at Rob. I also realize now that I'm pointing, like when I reorganize everything in the edit, I might be not pointing at Robert.
It would be funny if you were pointing at me.
Take three.
Where am I at?
Oh my God.
Compared to you guys. Welcome to the podcast.
You're
Holden.
up there.
All right, take fucking whatever. Hey, welcome to the JABOIS Podcast. We're just a bunch of idiots. I'm your favorite idiot and host of the podcast, Holdiniful, and somewhere on the screen as well as me is Robert's eating. So Jesse, what's up, Jesse? Introduce yourself.
I'm Jesse. I'm the dumb one.
Good job. And Robert, who's currently fucking eating. Robert, if we do an audio only version of this podcast and it goes on Spotify, you just gave a thumbs up and no introduction whatsoever.
Did you just fucking frisbee or not finished yet tortilla?
Yeah, do you see my dog running after it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I just saw you fucking whip your tortilla across the room.
It's called exercising while sitting, okay? How about that?
Hey, Holden, this was a great idea, by the way.
Take 7, I think. Hey, welcome to the JABOIS Podcast. We're just a bunch of idiots. I'm your favorite idiot and host of this podcast, Holdiniful. With me, now and probably forever, Jesse.
Hi.
Great job, Jesse. And Robert.
It's me.
Y'all are doing great. We're recording episode 1 or 0, I don't know what I'm going to call it, of the JABOIS Podcast, which is also a big question mark because JABOIS... How did you even come up with JABOIS, Jesse? Where did that come from? It's just an acronym.
Literally, I have no idea. Sometimes, a lot of the jokes you might hear me say, I will have heard them at some point from like a YouTube video or whatever. And it's like, I'll say it and be like, pretty sure I heard that from somewhere. Whatever. JABOIS, I legit just came up with on the spot. It was like, JABOIS. We're JABOIS. Just a bunch of idiots.
I feel like you came up with JABOIS and then I created the acronym. Is that wrong?
Mm-mm.
Did you also come up with the acronym?
I came up with the acronym.
I don't remember that, but I believe you. Yeah, so it's just a bunch of idiots. Maybe that's the podcast title. Maybe it's just JABOIS. Maybe it's the JABOIS Podcast. I don't know. But either way, this is our first time recording this, and so I have a whole bunch of stuff prepped for things other than just us chatting. But I don't know. We're just gonna fucking do a bunch of shit and talk, and then I'll throw a bunch of it together, and we'll see what it looks like. Do either of you have anything you want to get to right away? Because I have something I want to get to right away.
Go ahead.
I'll leave it to you.
So speaking of Pornhub, so I created...
Hold on, let me get my research ready.
Oh, God. So I created, before we started today, I created JABOISpod@gmail.com. You listening, watching, whatever the fuck you're doing, jerking off, I don't know. You can email us questions, suggestions for topics, suggestions for segments, death threats, memes, I don't know. Send whatever you want. And we already have a few.
Email me death threats. I'll shit on you on the podcast.
Is that going to be Jesse's segment? Okay.
The shitting on people who send death threats?
Maybe not death threats. Maybe we tone it down like 2 levels.
Come break into my house
threats
with a gun.
of...
I will bend you over and fuck you on the spot. I swear to God.
Hey ho.
Speaking of, so we got a few right away. We got a few
death threats already? We haven't even started yet.
I was one. I mean,
emails. What? We got a few emails, and I just want to tell you guys about. I started this email and I put it out on a post on the Holdiniful YouTube channel and in the community Discord. Right away, we got a couple of suggestions and things. Literally, the second email I got. Title: Activate your new Pornhub account. You're nearly there. Your Pornhub account has been created. We just need to verify your email address to complete sign up. Somebody immediately took JABOISpod@gmail.com, went to Pornhub, and tried to create an account with it. And I laughed about that for about 10 minutes straight. That's the funniest fucking thing I've ever fucking seen.
Hey, you thief.
I'm not even mad. Well, the account...
I am. We were going to make a JABOIS Pornhub.
Man.
Well, they haven't made it. I have the email, so I have to verify it. The account is not made. Let me be
Dispute
clear.
it.
The account is not made. I can just ignore the email and nothing happens.
Recover account.
I could paste this link into my browser or click this verify your email address, and then that'll verify it, and that account will be confirmed. But we won't have the password or username.
Exactly, but we want that.
We want some random person out there to have that.
No.
We want a
JABOIS Pornhub account.
Yeah.
We can come back.
The opportunity, Holden. The opportunity.
What's the opportunity, Robert?
It's gonna be me and
hot
Holden
gay
fucking
sex.
each other. It's gonna be me and Holden fucking each other because Rob can't be asked to show up.
They'll do fanfic, and that'll give you guys ideas.
Yeah,
And
we
then
have
it
a
goes on
Pornhub account where Holden will go and just read out the fanfic that people write.
Or fulfill it IRL.
Okay, Jesse's
Wink,
slowly
wink.
starting to sell me on the JABOIS Pornhub account. So, okay, now that the podcast has officially started, and I'm already hating every moment of this because we started with Pornhub.
Where else would you start with your first episode of a podcast?
I had several ideas as to what we were going to do.
They were wrong. First episode has to immediately start off with Pornhub.
Hey, fellow jerkers.
Especially with us.
Fellow jerkers. I had several topics, ideas, things I wanted to talk about in general, just based on the context
family
of
friendly.
What...
We're not family friendly.
The Holdiniful as a channel is like the first minute of any given video is PG-13. After a minute, so that I can tell YouTube that there's not X, Y, or Z within the first however many seconds of the video, and it's advertiser friendly enough. After a minute,
it's Hitler.
After a minute, it's Hitler. Yeah. Given the context of this podcast, it's the three of us. I think most people who watch my videos have an idea of who I am, somewhat at least, just from consuming the content, and since it's always from my POV. I don't think most of them will know much of anything about you two. And so I thought a good way to start would be to talk about how long we've all known each other, how we all met, and just like our trio, our threesome friendship. However long, how many years have we known each other at this point? Collective, like, I think you two.
Me and Rob are going on almost 20 years.
Ooh, yeah,
almost 20.
It's getting up there.
I was gonna say like
18
17
or 19. No, it's been like 18 or 19.
It's pretty up there, yeah.
Yeah, because I have known Rob. I think we met when I was 11, and he was
around there.
12 or 13. So like we've known each other for like 16 fucking years.
Yeah,
I've known Rob since I was like 8 or 9. That was when we first played games together.
Jesus.
And I'm 20. I'll be 28.
Did you have to think about
it? Yes.
Oh,
Hey,
wait.
sometime-
Oh, yeah. We're the same age right now, very briefly. I forget that happens for a couple of months.
We're
I'll be
aligned for a
28.
little bit.
I'll be 28 next month.
Well, Jesse and I are. Robert, you're the old one. You're the fucking.
I'm 28.
Yeah, we're
Well,
27.
yeah, but we're 27. And then next month, I'll be 28, and I'll be aligned with you for half a year.
If I smoke a joint, if we're doing a podcast IRL, would that piss you guys off?
What? Wait, what do you mean?
If I fucking just started smoking a joint, if we did like an IRL podcast,
If we all met in person?
yeah,
No, I wouldn't give a shit.
It wouldn't piss Holden off, but
Jesse would be bothered by the
I-
smell.
I cannot stand the smell of marijuana. Like
What if
straight up
there's-
marijuana. Like if you had like a dab pen or something, I can't
Okay.
imagine it smells the same as like straight
No.
fucking marijuana.
You'll smell it, but like, if
it's,
Rob's
it's
on,
very quick.
if Rob
Yeah,
has several,
I can't stand the smell of fucking.
if
burning
Rob had
marijuana.
a dab pen and he hated it, and he's like a couch away from you, and he blew the smoke away from you, you'd never smell it. So
Yeah.
anyway, JABOIS episode 100 is when we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna record it IRL all together in one room, and Jesse's gonna hit me a lot, like the first time he visited me IRL.
That's not true. When we're recording the podcast, we're gonna share a microphone. I'm gonna sit in your lap with my arms around your neck, and we're gonna cuddle for the hour and a half, however long.
The whole time?
Yep, the whole time. Your legs are gonna be dead.
Fucking numb. Good luck
Mhm.
walking.
What's Rob
champ.
gonna be doing?
Rob's gonna be watching in the corner.
Yeah. Damn straight.
So about us meeting, Robert and I met, correct me if I'm wrong, it was MW2, right? The original, like on Xbox 360. We were both trying out for like an MLG copycat clan, right? IVLG.
I believe I was in it, and
Were
you
you
were
in it?
trying out.
And I was trying out to be in the IVLG clan.
I might have tested you.
I don't,
Be like, if you're in the clan.
maybe. I don't, I vaguely remember this, and I don't
And
know
he sounded
how.
exactly like that when he was
Yeah,
12.
probably.
Yes. I remember very specifically not, like, I was doing okay, right? But not realizing that I had a certain number of lives during this test or trial or whatever. And so I got knocked out, and I got so embarrassed that I pretended I had internet problems and shut my Xbox off. I don't know how you and I maybe we met in a lobby at some point, but I was able to then message you and say my internet just cut out. So like we must have met briefly before that, but that's basically the context of our meeting. And I don't think I got into the clan, but I put IVLG in my gamer tag anyway, because who's gonna stop me? And that night, Robert and I eventually got in an Xbox Live party and just 1v1'd, interventions only, on Rust, quickscopes only, final kill has to be a trick shot, for like 4 hours straight. We were just like, yeah, you're the same cringe as me, let's go. I don't actually think I know the story of you two meeting.
I think we were playing Halo CE on original Xbox.
Yeah, that sounds right.
On original Xbox Live.
And you called him
We met
Ducky,
each other
right?
on because his gamer tag was Duck Assassin 123.
My
So for the
Xbox
first
360 days.
for the first
Oh, yeah.
it was probably for the first fucking 10 years that I've known Rob. He's always been Ducky to me. And then eventually he transitioned into Rob. But now he joined this Arma unit that I'm in, and he's
Ducky
Ducky.
again. Yeah, come full
So it's
circle.
nice,
Yep.
No, I just realized I have this green screen set up behind me because I'm going to be doing... Do you guys know about the dumb thing I'm going to do for 20k subscribers?
No.
I'm like 50 subscribers away from 20k on YouTube, and I've been saying since about 18 or 19k what I'm going to do to celebrate 20k. You guys know, like, I think Markiplier has done it. Several YouTubers have done it, where they just go in front of a green screen and do dumb shit and just, like, react to, you know, fake things. They just, like, record themselves being dumb, right? Or, like,
Do like a
pretending to throw
weatherman.
punches, or,
Do you
like,
do, like, a
being like,
weatherman
this,
segment?
I hate this, but this is cool, and just let the internet do what they will with the green screen videos. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. And so,
Ooh.
yeah. And so I just realized, though, since I have the green screen set up behind me, because I'm going to, like, record that probably tomorrow, I could just put whatever the fuck I want. It just awkwardly, like, in this section of my webcam.
But
For
P.
the
Diddy
fuck-
behind you.
No. I will I will not.
Put 1,000 gallons of baby oil behind you.
There you go.
That much I might do, yeah. Oh, actually, that leads to another question that I had. I have a whole doc full of like random ideas. Some of them are really great. Some of them are so fucking dumb. Some are really basic. But that does lead me to another question. Speaking of this conversation, if a 14-year-old you could like glimpse at
Kill
all
him.
our lives, what?
Kill him.
I'm sorry. Are you okay?
You should have gotten
The
rid of the
paradox.
problem early. I'm telling you, this world would have been a much better place if you got rid of that problem early.
If a 14-year-old you could glimpse into our lives right now, how surprised would they be? Would they be happy, upset?
They'd be upset.
They'd be upset.
Oh.
14-year-old Jesse would be upset about.
14-year-old me would hate how I did nothing with my life.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Oh my god.
And I have to, now I'm sitting here with my fucking face cam on in front of you two fucking bozos. 14-year-old
minute.
me would be like, nah, dude, I can't I'm gonna be with them for fucking another
Wait,
10,
these
15
assholes
years.
I played GTA 4 with? What the fuck? They're
Like, I
still
can't-
hanging
I
out. I
can't.
don't even like Holden. I'm still hanging out with him and Rob.
It's like, no, you can't, no, stop.
It's like-
14-year-old me would immediately take my Xbox, throw it outside, and be like, nope, I need to study for school. I'm not going to
14-year-old Jesse
drop
would be
out
the
of
scene
fucking
from
middle school.
Interstellar, where he's like, no, don't let him go. No.
Yeah, the 14-year-old me would just throw the Xbox out, fucking be like, I'm not dropping out of middle school this time. Nope, I'm getting my education. I'm getting a fucking job. I'm getting actual friends.
Wait,
Wait, what? What?
What was that last one?
What? I'm getting a job.
No, right
An
after
actual
that.
job.
After that.
after that.
I don't remember.
I don't either. Let's forget it happened. Rob, what about you?
I don't know. I think my younger self would think I'm cool.
Probably.
I think
your
Rob's
younger
self
he'd be
would
surprised how healthy you look.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Your younger self
not
would be
dying.
ecstatic.
As
You're just like, wait, I look like a total fuckboy?
Yeah.
I'm not dying? I don't have a
Well-
tube in my chest anymore?
that is true.
Do you
That
want to
is
talk
true.
about that, Rob?
What about it?
Do you want to tell your story with CF?
I don't know. I've had it since I was 3 months old. Oh.
What was it like living with a tube in your chest?
3 months
Bro,
old.
it fucking blew dick.
3 months old. Here's the thing. Jesse and I all, like, it was kind of a joke between the three of us that Jesse and I were going to outlive Rob, that Rob wouldn't see his 30s. It was, and like, it was, we were mostly able to joke about it because we were all not even half that age. And so, like, that seemed impossibly far away. But genuinely,
And now we're pushing 30.
Yeah.
Genuinely, in the early
Fuck.
days of this trio, the number of times we'd be like on however we would communicate at the time, it would be like, hey, I'm hopping on GTA 4 or COD. Yeah, I'm going to be on in like an hour. And then we'd all be like, yeah, hell yeah, dude. And we'd all hop on. Jesse and I would hop on. And Jesse and I were like, not even friends at the time. We
No.
both just enjoyed gaming with Rob, which is funny because now
Rob is
Jesse,
the glue in the relationship.
he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now Jesse is, I'm pointing at Jesse on my screen as if,
Saw
fuck.
Shit.
But now Jesse has visited me multiple times in real life, and Robert, that's another thing we'll get to. But yeah,
Me and Holden cuddled.
Dude,
we
I'm gonna get
physically
fucking heated.
cuddled. All right, we'll get to that. We would like all agree to game. Jesse and I would hop on, and then we'd be just sitting there for like 2 fucking hours because it turned out Rob went and took a bath. And like he would just sit in the bath for like multiple hours, and we would get so mad at him at the time, not really fully comprehending just how severe his life-threatening illness was, and how this bath was like his one respite for the entire day.
I think I'm such an asshole. Even if I fully understood, I'd
You'd
still be
give
like,
him shit.
fucking Rob, get the
Yeah.
fuck in here, dude.
Well, yeah, now that he's
You're on
healthy,
my time.
now that he's relatively healthy and like, you know, living a normal enough life, we can. But like, I don't know, man. But you still technically have cystic fibrosis,
Yeah,
right?
if I stop taking what I'm doing,
Yeah.
then I go back to what I was.
Now, here's the story I know in my head, and you tell me where I'm wrong, if I'm wrong. You have cystic fibrosis. When you were a kid, you were basically predicted, like, living to 30 would be a good outcome.
Like mid-30s would be a good outcome.
Yeah, okay. So like
that's a solid outcome.
Yeah, if you made it to 40, that would be like you did it. Good job. You can die now. You're gonna.
You can die now. You're about to anyway.
Like you're not making it past 40. And cystic fibrosis is essentially like a disease of the lungs where your lungs are just kind of constantly filling up with fluid and you're constantly drowning or something.
Phlegm.
Phlegm. Okay, yeah. So like
it's hard to breathe.
Yeah, so like he has very hard time breathing or had. And if I remember correctly, I don't remember when it was, but at some point in our like teen years or maybe like late teen years, there was a new drug developed specifically to treat cystic fibrosis or the symptoms of. And I don't remember exactly all of the details, but like there are two different kinds of cystic fibrosis you can have, or two different modes of cystic fibrosis, or like two like most common types. And for one type that affects about 50% of people with CF, this drug doesn't really, it like might alleviate some symptoms. And for the other type, it basically gives you a like relatively normal lifespan now. Like fucking miracle drug. And you happen to be of the type where the drug basically saved your life, right? But now you have to take it forever.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
What do I have wrong here? Fill in the blanks.
So it's a blue pill called Kalydeco. And it's targeted for, I think, like the rarest gene out there for CF, which I happen to have. And so it treated me, and it got pretty good for me. I could breathe a lot better, but I still wasn't, like, I'm normal. But it wasn't for like half the pool. It was for I was the only person in my state that had it.
Oh shit! Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
You're the only person in the state of Montana who did this well for?
It was maybe three at most.
Let's be fair. There's like 12 people living in Montana. So.
There's a lot less, sure.
So the one person in Montana who had CF,
he's the 1 out of 12.
Okay. I didn't know that it was that lucky. I thought it was like a 50-50 that this would be.
I got the lottery, essentially.
That's great. I actually didn't know that. I thought it was like a 50-50 that this would either give you a relatively normal, healthy-ish life or kind of help maybe. Damn.
I remember playing games with Rob when we were kids, and it wasn't just the fucking annoying-ass long bass. It was also, every once in a while, we'd be like in the middle of a match, and I'd be trying to fucking call out shit in my little squeaker voice, which never really left me.
I know where you're going.
And then he'd suddenly just disappear.
Oh.
And then he'd like text me and be like, "Can't talk right now," because he had the fucking tube in his chest.
Yeah, I remember.
And he could have talked. He just chose not to because he didn't want the noise of the tube.
Yeah, I remember the noise of the machine that like he had in his fucking chest. I remember that being like a whole thing.
Yeah, so sometimes he would disappear, and instead of like texting me saying "Can't talk right now," he would just cut his mic on, and I'd hear the fucking machine running, and then he'd cut it off and be like, "Oh."
I do remember that, actually.
Jesus. I'm still so taken aback that, like, you hit the fucking lottery of drug trials. That's crazy. I didn't think it was that. Damn.
It's made of 2 genes, and now I'm being treated for both. Because now there's one that's for, like, the common people. And then there's the extra for me.
The poor people. The common people. The peasantry.
So here's a question. Is this like they made this medicine, they're like, all right, well, it makes you relatively normal, just take it for the rest of your life and call it good? Or are they actually working on like a hard cure where you don't have to take any medicine?
Well, I mean, right now I don't believe they're making a cure. They're just like, here, take this. It makes you a lot better.
I mean, he's well enough now that he can smoke every fucking day. Like, he still has CF. We can't call it cured, but like he's basically, for lack of a better word, perfectly normal in terms of health now. Or like
if you look
relatively
at me now,
average.
I just look like a skinny bro.
You just dude, you were a twig.
I was bad, dude.
You were like, looking back on it now, I don't think I fully. Wow, I did not think this was going to get, like, this heavy so early on. But, like, looking back on it now, when we were kids, I did not fully appreciate the gravity of how shitty your life was.
Dude, it fucking blew.
Rob was a twig. I was a twig for different reasons, but
Were you a twig?
Rob, oh yeah, even when I joined the fucking army, I was still like I was 150 pounds soaking wet.
Oh damn.
Like my uncle has a photo of me right when I graduated fucking basic.
Uh-huh.
And
Is it the one of you like leaning up against a post?
No.
On a deck? Oh, okay, because I have that one.
No, he has one of me in my dress blues. It's, oh my god, it's such an ugly photo. Because like the sun's in my face, I'm like, yeah. And
can you make that noise in that face again, please?
No, I can't. But it's such a fucking ugly photo,
Damn.
and I look at it, I'm like, how the fuck was I ever that fucking skinny?
Funny.
I had such a super incredibly high metabolism. I just couldn't gain weight. It was until like halfway through the army I started gaining weight like regular.
You are much more of a private person than me and Rob in general. Rob kind of just goes with the flow, like what the fuck ever. Obviously, I'm putting myself out there on purpose. I don't think I knew what you looked like at all, Jesse, until like 5 years into our friendship. I don't think I had any clue what you looked like until I got like one picture of you when I was like 18. Like I genuinely don't think I knew at all.
And now you have more photos of me than even my mom.
It's my collection, dude. I'm gonna catch them all. I'm gonna collect them all. I'm going to be the #1 Jesse picture collector in the world.
Bro is General Grievous.
And now I'm getting you on video. I'm getting 30 pictures of you a second right now, motherfucker. I win.
You guys know I've technically died.
I think you told me, yeah.
Tell the story and I'll maybe it'll come back to me, but that doesn't.
It was when I was young and my doctor put me under anesthesia, but I had an allergic reaction to it, and so it killed me.
Like you were clinically dead.
Yeah, like all I remember is my mom telling me that the doctor was like, "Your son has died. Basically, we'll try one more time, but that's all we can do for you." And then that last time is apparently when they got a pulse again.
Was it like your heart stopped? Or?
No, they told my mom that.
Your heart, like
my mom was there.
Were you clinically brain dead? Did your heart stop? What
my heart was just nothing.
So there
was no activity, nothing.
You had no vitals.
No, I was dead. I was pronounced dead technically, but the doctor went one more time because my mom asked.
I don't know that story. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Jesus. I mean, like the best I've got is when I was born, I wasn't breathing. And I think I've told you guys about this one because it's so funny. The reason I wasn't breathing, I choked on my own shit coming out of the womb.
Nice.
Sounds about right.
I choked on my own shit coming out of the womb and was born not breathing. Apparently, that's like
you were a shit eater.
Yeah, I always joke. I came into this world with a shit eating grin, and I'm gonna wear it the rest of my fucking life. So I've come up with several. Well, okay, I say I've come up with. I have several kind of games, kind of just dumb things we can do, like that might be segments on the podcast. Maybe this is a one-time thing. Maybe it won't make the cut. I'm just trying dumb shit out, right? We're going to start with one I'm excited about because I've already hinted to you guys that I want to do something like this. And you're going to hate it. And I'm going to love how much you hate it. We're going to play a game I'm going to call for now, temp title, Holdiniful tortures his friends.
This is my kink.
With word puzzles and riddles inspired by Lateral with Tom Scott. Not my kink. So here's the thing.
I take it back.
I'm going to read you it's not exactly a riddle. It's more like you just have to think laterally or outside the box. You have to think weirdly to come up with the answer to this question. I'm going to read you something I wrote, and I'm going to let you two just start talking about it. You can ask me questions, but I can choose not to answer them right away if they'll be too big of a hint. But like, if you ask a clarifying question, I might be inclined to answer it if I think it'll help you along toward the answer. Here's the first one that I wrote. John finds a ring. He isn't too happy about this, as this is the second time he's found one, and he just got rid of the first one. Who is John, and why isn't he happy?
John is my uncle.
And why isn't he happy?
Well, there's a lot of things that he's not happy about. Gas prices. John finds a ring. You know how fucking stupid I am. I'm not good with riddles.
I'll give you a hint right off the bat. I wrote this specifically for you guys. So this is something.
So John is my uncle.
So this is something you two,
Yes.
with your powers combined, can figure out. I'll read it again. John finds a ring. He isn't too happy about this, as this is the second time he's found one, and he just got rid of the first one. Who is John, and why isn't he happy?
John is a man, and that's his ex-wife now.
John is a man.
What if John is just an ordinary guy, but he is friends with a crow, and the crow brings him shinies?
I love where your head's at. You could not be further from the truth. but that way of like just thinking some weird random shit. Here's a funny there's this kind of, it's almost like a meme on the podcast Lateral that I'm kind of stealing this idea from. A lot of the contestants, a lot of the people that join the podcast will be like, I have a really dumb idea. This can't possibly be right, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway in case it gets anyone else's brain going. And they'll say the thing and it's the answer. And they'll be like, what the fuck? So
somebody keeps ringing John's doorbell. And he's mad about it.
No.
You're on some
Is the word ring, what context is that in?
That's a great question to ask. Yeah, focusing on the word ring could get you far.
Is a ring an object?
The ring is an object.
Is John Frodo's father?
No, but in a really weird way, that's the closest you've gotten. You're not close at all, but in a strange way.
So the ring is like an actual ring for your finger.
I didn't say for your finger.
It's a cock ring.
Hell yeah.
Also not for your penis.
What other kind of ring is there? The Halo ring? Is John Master Chief? And he found a second one?
Oh,
You did it. You got it. You got it. John is Master Chief and he's mad because he just destroyed the first Halo ring and now he found a second one. That is the idea of Lateral. See how satisfying that was when you're like, oh, and you just got it? I love it so much. I love this so fucking much.
I like the Raven or the Crow, whatever I fucking said.
Here's the thing. I wrote that one in a way, John, Master Chief, ring, the Halo ring. That was the warm-up. That one was supposed to be kind of easy. And to be fair, y'all got it within like 3 fucking minutes, which is fucking great timing, right? This second one is directly pulled from the podcast Lateral with Tom Scott. I have stolen this directly from that podcast, and I will be putting an image of that on the screen right now and probably even linking directly to that podcast. But it just fits so well. It just works so well. Okay. When the game Among Us gained popularity in 2020, it was discovered that it had been in violation of the Geneva Convention for 2 years. Why?
Does it actually have something to do with the game?
Oh, yeah.
Killing innocents?
I mean,
killing a medic?
That killing a medic is an extremely crazy leap forward in this question.
Killing people in the hospital room.
You guys are on the right track. You're in the right area, but there are plenty of games where you kill innocent civilians, and those games aren't considered in violation of the Geneva Convention because they're video games.
Yeah, but not just innocent civilians. Seems like it has something to do with medics. Were they using a medical sign or like a medic cross when they weren't supposed to? Or the other way around, they weren't using a medic cross when they were supposed to?
What do you mean a medic cross? What's a medic cross look like?
Like a big red fucking plus. It's like a universal symbol for, hey, this is a medic. Don't shoot him.
And there's a specific group that...
Red Cross?
The Red Cross. I cannot... Holy shit. You guys got this with it, so put it all together. How were they in violation of the Geneva Convention?
Because they were using a Red Cross symbol.
Where?
Medical bay?
In the med bay, they used the Red Cross, which is a protected symbol under the Geneva Convention. And this is apparently a thing many indie games accidentally do, which is a genuine violation of the Geneva Conventions. And so now if you look at Among Us, it's still got the cross, but it's a different color. I cannot believe You two got there within 2 fucking minutes. You're like, oh, we're so fucking stupid. You got it faster than the people on the actual podcast.
You asked me about
Really?
something to do with the Geneva Convention.
But this is what I'm saying.
This targets us.
But that's the thing.
Ready.
That's the thing.
I know how to commit war crimes.
Yes. But that's what I'm getting at. Is like if I come up with these questions myself, or take these questions from this other podcast, which I'll probably not do, but like the Halo one I wrote myself. If I read them myself to be about things that you guys might kind of know about, like you guys got through. I was genuinely suspecting that the John in the ring one would take you like 10 fucking minutes, or maybe you'd give up. I wasn't sure we'd get to the second one, and you blasted through the one that's supposed to be harder in a shorter amount of time than the one I wrote that was supposed to be easy. So I don't want to fucking hear this. Oh, we're done. We're bad at this. Fuck you guys. You've ruined my segment by being too good at it.
Okay, well, let's be fair. Couple points. Yours about John in the ring, that was vague.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have known that was about a video game. But the one Among Us, for the one Among Us, it was Among Us was in violation of the Geneva Convention. Why? Well, there's only so many reasons why a fucking video game can be in violation of the Geneva Convention.
But that's kind of partially why I picked that question of all the questions, because I've heard hundreds of questions on that podcast, and I picked that one because I figured gamers and a veteran might have a better chance of kind of finding. The fact that Rob went right to medical shit like within 30 seconds is bonkers. Which brings us back to, while I'm angry at how quickly y'all just blew through those questions that I thought would stump you, Rob can now get angry telling his story of how he couldn't make it to my wedding. And I don't want to start giving details away. Tell the story from the beginning because it's so fucking funny.
Okay. So I had help getting a flight over to you for your wedding.
Yes.
And
yeah, to set the stage, process, I was getting married January of last year. And Rob and Jesse were supposed to be some of my groomsmen. Jesse managed to make it out. He was there a couple days early. It was the second time he had visited me here in Minnesota. This was going to be Rob's first time meeting me in real life in person. And yeah, you got some help getting a flight.
Yep. And it was smooth up until airport time. TSA, smooth. You know, everything getting up to the boarding for the first time.
Get the sick fuck on his plane.
Yeah. So everything went smooth until boarding time. Everyone's there. Everyone gets on. And they're like, there's something wrong with the plane.
That's what the TSA said to you. They looked at you and went, they pointed at you aggressively.
So while we're all sitting on the plane, luggage loaded and shit, they're like, get off. We gotta fix it. Get off
now.
Get off. And so we're like, okay. I guess it's fine. Sure.
Get off now.
So we all get off, and then they're like, yeah, we need a tire. They're looking right now to see if we got a tire. And we're all waiting, all getting pissed. And they're like, so bad news. We got to order this tire in specifically, and it's going to take a while to get here. And we're like, are you
crazy
fucked?
That they don't have spare tires for like major.
They don't carry
aircraft.
any spares for whatever
what airport
fucking
were
reason,
you at?
apparently.
Wasn't this
I believe this was Bozeman's airport.
Isn't that an international airport?
Well,
it's all
Rob skipped something.
Professional.
Rob skipped something major.
What did he skip?
Rob was gonna fucking drive all the way there.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Rob was January. Rob's in Montana, so he and I experienced very similar climates of like just fuck you hot in the summer and fuck you cold in the winter. I love the winter personally, but it's like a fucking 2001 fucking
no 2007.
It's an 07 Camry or some shit.
Yeah.
Is it a Camry?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanted to drive from Montana to middle of Minnesota in the middle, like the toughest part of winter.
In the middle of winter
in an 07 Camry by yourself. And then you got this flight last second, and the reason you needed help to get this flight is because you drove about half an hour and shit went awry, right? Like you had
it was further than half an hour.
It was about an hour and a half from what I remember.
An hour and a half into your like 16-hour drive at least or something like that. And like your shit just broke down. Pretty much.
I waited for help, and then while I was away, they worked on it. And then I just spent the next, like, fuck all in the airport.
Yeah. So, like, you're like, shit, I was going to get there, like, a day before Holden's wedding. Now I need to get a last-second flight. And now we were like, okay, we can get you here, like, the night before. I think was the idea. We're going to get you here the night before. And so, that now we're back to the point in your story where you're, like, on the plane. They're like, oh, we got to get a tire. It's going to take forever.
Yeah. So they do all that, and so they delay it, like, 2 times by this point, and they're like, here, we'll get off here the ground here soon. Like, we promise. I forgot what happens next, but they're basically like, we can't let you board yet. We got to do something else with the plane and whatnot and shit. And we're like, are you fucked? It's been this whole time. Everyone's getting pissed. They're giving us like these itty bitty little fucking water bottles for compensation. And we're all like, fucking eating it, but pissed off.
You're eating your water bottle?
Or sorry, there's
Don't
also
do
like
that.
little itty bitty, like, those little bags of chips you get on fucking planes
that are like half
a
bag of chips.
Yeah, they basically brought out
the
like,
plain snacks.
Their interior card, plain snacks to us they just left it there for us to feast. And they're all like, we hope you understand. And we're like, no. And so eventually they let us board, everything is pretty cool. We take off, we're like, finally. So when I land in Colorado, the Denver International fucking airport. No, it wasn't a layover.
It wasn't?
So when I got there, the fucking, whatever the fuck, the thing that suctions the plane had issues. And I was already running late to my gate. Since I had to push it back. Yeah, I had to push it back.
So it was a layover. A layover is when you change flights mid-flight. Like a connection.
Oh, I guess, yeah, okay. Yeah, layover. I had a layover, but I was supposed to get on my gate immediately.
Yeah, you had a connecting flight immediately, but the terminal that extends to connect to the plane to let you into the airport, there was something wrong.
Yeah. There was something wrong with it, and we're all ready. We're all standing in the fucking aisle with our luggage in our hand, ready to go. We're all fucking ticked off at the, like, how we're being fucking treated, I guess, and like what's happening. But we just want fucking off the plane. We just want to go. It was peaceful and everything was fine. When they said the fucking tarmac thing had fucking issues, we all went, are you fucking kidding me?
The whole plane just throws their arms up at the same time, like, son
Oh, yeah, there was big old size everywhere, like fucking curse words. Oh, dude, people were
cursing. No!
Yeah, no, you can tell the flight crew was like, shit.
No cursing on plane.
Like, God, please.
No! They're already mad at us.
Yeah, and eventually they got it to work. I had to run across the entire Denver fucking airport. And if you've ever been there, it's
that's
fucking
big.
It's a huge airport, yeah.
Like, there's like speed trains
yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
And I had to run from one end all the way to the other, catching a fucking train to get to my gate 4 minutes early, only for them to be like, yeah, it's closed. Get fucked. There's nothing I could do. It's too late. And there's like 6 of us out there like, what the fuck?
We're 4 minutes early still.
Yeah, some lady was fucking fuming, like full out Karen. And we all just went like...
You know what, she's Karening, but yeah, we're with her.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. We were like, preach it.
Yeah. Like, get it, Karen. Do our dirty work.
And I got there 4 minutes early to say it, like, just basically, get fucked. Like,
yeah.
Before my ticket, 4 minutes early on the dot. I remember because I was like, are you...
And you have a lot of experience with airports because your mom worked at one for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know how this shit works.
Yeah, they shouldn't have closed the fucking gate early.
Yeah.
Especially when there's issues with planes nearby.
Yeah, I've never seen, and I've taken plenty of flights too. I've never seen an airport close a gate early.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so
They always
wild.
hold it open for a while.
Yeah, if anything,
and it was the last flight out.
Late.
Yeah, they close it late because they'll be like, oh, well, we're still missing 2 people, and it's 10 minutes after, we'll give them 5 more minutes, and usually.
No, but there's 6 of us out there, and we're all like, when's the next fucking flight to where we gotta go? And they're like, tomorrow. And we're like, okay. So I'm on the phone with fucking support and be like, yo, like, this is fucked, like, I want money back or some shit. And they're like, yeah, we can do that. And they're like, just call this number. We can't give that for you. And I'm like, thank you. Like, holy shit, this is awesome. And then I call them and they're like, not us, call them, who I just called from. And I was like, so I can get my, like, a refund for this shit, right? Like, I'm not having a good time. And they're like, no.
Well,
but I'm
but
like,
in that
but
meme,
this...
like I'm like straight up not having a good time.
Yeah.
And so they're telling me, like, I don't know why they told you you'd get a refund. And I'm like, what? And so then I'm like, I'm talking to them. I'm sending them emails on, like, their support and being like, yo, like, here's pictures and shit. Like, what the fuck? And so they basically, I was like, I'm not going to make it to this fucking wedding because of this. Like, I want some compensation for it, because I'm fucking
at this point,
pissed.
the flight would be the next day, which would be the wedding day, and you would get there after the ceremony.
During the wedding.
Well,
Or after.
No. I remember specifically, and I was a little mad at Rob. Like, I understood what he was going through, but at the same time, like, if he took that next day flight, he would have gotten there before the ceremony.
Oh, would he have? I don't remember that.
Yeah. It would have been at like noon or 1 p.m., but it would have been
like
before
an
the
hour
ceremony.
before, if that.
Yeah. So, like, he would have been at the airport, which would have been like over an hour drive away. He, like, basically maybe could have gotten there exactly on time to run into the ceremony. Like, it was so close that and after everything he had been through, like, we basically just said it's not gonna happen. And, like, could he have? Yeah, probably. But, like, it would have been real close. And it would have been way more stress and work the day of my wedding.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I think we just kind of all said, fuck it. Just fuck it. Because, like, you also would have had to just spend another fucking night. You had to spend a night in that airport anyway to get home.
Yep.
Because at that point, you just had to turn around and go the fuck home. But here's the best part. Here's my favorite part of all this. Robert still showed up to my wedding. At the airport. During the ceremony, he like stepped outside, or he found like a secluded area at the airport, put on his suit, like went to the bathroom to change, put on his suit, held up his fucking phone, and we grabbed an iPad, and one of the other, I think one of the bridesmaids carried the iPad over, and we put it down on a tripod, and he was like lined up with us at the wedding.
So I remember I told you and or Jason, like, hey, do we got a fucking iPad? Like, let's just fucking FaceTime Rob so that he can still be here.
So his face is still there.
And you guys had us walking in pairs.
Yeah.
There was a groomsman and a bridesmaid.
How it typically
goes. Rob walked in with the last bridesmaid carrying him with the iPad.
And it was so funny too, because I remember they carried him like, they were like very showy, like, here he is.
Yeah. Basically, when you're like, it's not worth it. I was like, I want like a full refund, and all I want is just a flight home. Just give me my money, or like give me like the money back, and a flight home, and we'll just call it good. And they're like, I'll offer you $150 for a year. And I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna use this on? And I only got I think it was like a $20 or $25, a $20 voucher for a meal on like the second delay I had. Which, by the way, a fucking pizza in the airport alone costs like $18 for like a little 10-inch fucking tiny ass pizza, dude.
They bought you Subway for lunch as compensation.
Not even that. It tasted like dog shit. It was the worst pizza I've ever fucking had.
You actually got a pizza with it. Okay.
Yeah, because there was like a pizza joint
when
and
else
then
are you
like
gonna use it, I guess.
A fucking gift shop.
I think I had like a 6-hour layover in, I think it was Chicago, and I was at the fucking bar the entire fucking time.
Yeah. God. So that's how Robert and I have still not physically met.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. There's fucking more, guy. So when I did get on the plane to get home, it was fine as fuck, by the way. Like, smooth as can be, of course.
Yeah, on the way home, of course.
Yeah, of course. Like, right? Like, why wouldn't it be?
The universe said no.
But I got delayed until the fucking morning, and I got home, or I flew in at like, I want to say like 2 or 3 p.m., maybe later. And then on the way back home, I hit ice on a curve, and I crashed the car. You remember that?
No.
After the fucking like ceremony and everything, where I was on the iPad.
Yeah.
I went home, and on the way home, hit a fucking cement wall because I lost it on ice on a turn downhill.
On your car that had
think I
broken down
remember
before?
So there's still damage on my car.
I don't remember that part. To be fair, I had just gotten married. I probably was not, as shitty as it is, not paying attention to your problems at the time. But like,
Yeah, so.
damn, dude.
Yeah.
What a fucking
United, by the way.
What a night.
Call him out.
He wasn't paying
Name
attention
him.
to your fucking problems at the time. He had
No.
to deal with just getting married. He had to deal with a sick fucking
And I had to deal
Jesse.
with Jesse, who was sick, though. Like, we had a whole
Yep.
after party at a fucking mansion. It was a whole fucking thing. And Jesse was, like, physically present for, like, 30% of it. Because he just got sick. He was, like, in bed, just
It was
miserable for most of the
day
time.
the day of your wedding, like an hour or two before the ceremony, I just got really fucking ill out of nowhere. And like we went through the ceremony, and then there was about to be all the after ceremony shit. I was like, oh, I gotta go lay down.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be in here right. I gotta go lay down.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so fucking sick right now.
Dude.
It's all the more funny that a year later, we broke up. So
Okay.
That's a story for another time.
that's a story that I don't know
If
how it
the-
goes on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's a bold one.
Maybe. I don't know. That's pretty juicy, man.
That's maybe a story for another. Ask him in like 5 years. So, long story
Ridiculous.
short, Holden's never met Rob in real life. Me
Nope.
and Holden have cuddled
Yeah.
numerous
have.
times.
Numerous?
Well, I mean, we cuddled numerous times the last time I was there for your wedding.
Did we? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Telling
like the
stories.
after party, I was not like most of the people in that house were not sober in the slightest for the whole time. Like that was a fucking
It was before at your apartment. Like, it just
Oh, okay.
jumped in,
Yeah, yeah.
jumped in your arms.
yeah.
Also, your cats are fucking assholes.
One of
I
them
was just fucking, I was like sleeping on the fucking couch, and then in the middle of the night, just
The black
randomly,
one?
yeah,
Yeah,
Sadie
Sadie.
would just walk up and just fucking whack, like, out of fucking, like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm not fucking with you. I'm sleeping.
Hey,
Leave me alone.
what are you doing?
Wake
Here? Hey,
up. Wake up.
funny.
Remember, I don't
I-
like you.
I need.
So, cuddles and dick butt saved the camera roll.
Oh yeah, Robert is hashtag cuddles. For here, by the way, for whatever fucking reason, I don't know who the fuck is still using Snapchat in 2024, nearly 2025, but us
A
three,
lot of people.
it is the three of us. It's our main mode of communication. Is we have a Snapchat like group chat. We started a text chat multiple times because it's easier, more convenient, makes more sense. But for whatever reason, we just keep going back to Snapchat. And Robert, for both me and Jesse, his nickname in Snapchat is hashtag cuddles. Do you
I don't know,
want
dude.
us?
I was fucking snapping a women
Uh-huh.
back when.
Uh-huh.
And we were flirting back and forth. And
Yeah.
I actually sent one of the flirts to the homies that involved
No.
cuddling her and the dogs.
I'd love to go over there and cuddle your dog.
Hashtag, but you said, no, I'm pretty sure it was a story because you said hashtag cuddles in the text. That's why it's hashtag cuddles rather than just calling you cuddles.
Oh, you guys did the hashtag part.
I'm
think
pretty
we
sure
did.
it was a Snapchat story where you were like actively cuddling with your significant other at the time and you said hashtag cuddles in the Snap story.
I don't think so.
No.
Where else?
I
I don't think we
I-
would have just come up
it's-
with hashtag cuddles.
I think we did.
I don't think we did.
So Rob sent this text, was like, I'd love to go over there and cuddle with your dog. And then I think we just started calling him hashtag cuddles.
I'm
from then.
pretty
Yeah.
certain that the hashtag was in the Snap. I think it was a Snap story. Either way,
No,
Robert
no,
on
not those.
Snapchat talked about cuddles, and now we call him hashtag cuddles. That leads into one of my other dumb things I wanted to do as a possible recurring segment on this podcast, since it is a video podcast. If this ends up being an audio only thing on Spotify or like anywhere really, wherever you find podcasts, this segment is going to not work whatsoever. But since I only plan on putting it on YouTube for now, I have a thing I want to do. I guess we could just call it Tag Yourself. I have put together a series of images and I want to go through and we have to argue about which of us is which object in each of these images and why. Here's the first image.
What?
Dibs on the square.
Here's the first image. Tag yourself. Which
Dibs on the square.
Why do you get to be the square?
It's all straight lines. And I am a straight white man.
So are we.
Yeah, but you're definitely the circle.
I do agree that I'm the green sphere. Yes. 1,000%.
I'm the red cube.
Robert, what do you think you are?
The red cube.
In case this is an audio-only thing, there's a green sphere,
triangle.
a blue pyramid, and a red cube on the screen. You want to be the blue pyramid?
Yeah.
If I'm being totally honest, Jesse being the red cube, Rob being the blue pyramid, and me being a green sphere kind of works in my head, and I can't explain to you why. But if we all agree on that, boy, that was quick. Either this segment is a dumb one and we're going to agree on everything and it's not going to work, or this is a fluke. Let's find out. Next image.
Next.
I'm the pine cone.
So we got a huge ass pine cone.
The big one.
We got a few smaller pine cones on like a stem of some kind, and a couple of leaves. One kind of laying horizontally and one quite vertical. You want to be the big pine cone?
Yep.
I feel like I'm the big pine cone.
Nope, I'm the big pine
Dibs
cone.
on stem.
You just want to be the stem. I didn't even consider the stem as an object. I didn't think that was an option.
Rob's the fucking orange fucking blanket.
He's the orange backdrop that they're all on. I think I'm the big pine cone, and Robert is the stem, including the smaller pine cones, and Jesse is the big flat leaf that's laying kind of horizontally.
I think I'm the big pine cone because I like causing you pain, and that's a big pine cone thing.
I feel like the smaller pine cones would be more painful to step on.
Have you ever been hit by a big pine cone?
Wait, are you throwing the pine cone?
Hey, have you ever just stood under a fucking pine tree and I have a fucking pine cone land and hit you on the fucking head?
Okay, so you're not talking about
hurt.
stepping on them. You're talking about getting hit with one.
Yeah.
Have you ever stepped on a pine cone? This shit hurts.
Yeah, they
the big
do.
ones hurt more.
No. A bunch of little pine cones are going to create all these different pressure points and really fuck up your balance. The big one, you're going to step on and be like, oh, that's a big pine cone, and move your fucking foot.
I feel like I'm the big pine cone because I want to hurt you.
I'm the big pine cone
And that's
just
a big
based on
pine
vibes.
cone thing to do.
You want to be the big pine cone because you want to hurt people.
I'm
the big pine cone because it's vibes.
Fucking hurt.
Wait, okay, we'll come
hurt.
back to this. Rob, you want to just be the stem? Not the pine cones attached to it.
Ones.
Okay. I can get behind that, and I think Jesse's the big horizontal leaf. Because it looks so flat, and it's just like, doesn't really belong. What?
Yep.
What?
And it doesn't really belong.
I actually have an ass, unlike you two. I got booty cheeks.
Slightly.
Jesse's flat. Jesse has inverted ass. If we're talking about flat,
flaps when I walk.
Go ahead.
That's it.
No. Go ahead. Prove it.
It's proven.
When?
I'm not gonna get up and walk.
You're not gonna get up and clap them cheeks for us? Well, then you're not the fucking. You're
I
not.
need a side angle,
I'm
Jesse.
big pine cone.
You're not the fucking pine cone. Pine cone has the pine cone's cheeked up, and that's me. I had to grow into my ass, okay? In fucking 5th grade, it was genuinely my biggest fucking physical insecurity is that my ass is the size it is now, or was the size it is now, and I had to grow into that shit.
Imagine equating the pine cone to your fucking ass rather than what it is.
That's what we
weapon.
I think Jesse's the big pine cone.
I think Jesse's the big flat leaf because it's just it doesn't look like it belongs in the picture. It's just a fucking nuisance. And that's just Jesse. He's just there. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess you're here too.
That's why I'm the big pine cone.
I'm the big pine cone.
Here's
the real reason. Here's the real reason I'm the big pine cone, Robert. And I feel like we're both trying to convince you now for some reason. Here's the real reason. It's like the most prominent object in the picture. It's the most attention-hungry object. I have a fucking YouTube channel, okay? Attention-hungry? Look at me. I'm the big pine cone.
Do you forget this man napalmed my fucking vehicle? In a forest?
I am the nuisance. Do you live
I'm not talking about
with
I'm
a
talking
bunch of pine trees surrounding you? Do you know how annoying it is to have to go out in the yard and clean up all the goddamn pine cones just so you can mow your fucking yard? It's so fucking annoying. It's such a nuisance.
Wait,
That's
I'm sorry.
why I'm the big
You want to
pine
be the big pine cone because it's annoying.
Yep.
Great, you can have it. I'm the big leaf in the back. Okay, so I'm the big horizontal leaf.
Cone.
You're the big annoying pine cone, and Rob's the stem with a bunch of little pine cones. We don't know what that means, but he sure is, isn't he?
That means that he's more annoying. There's a lot more.
He's less annoying, but more often. There's just more frequently.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's pretty accurate. Next image. Tag yourself.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't know which one I am. We got a big old like white ceramic, very tall and skinny, kind of elegant looking pitcher of some kind. We have a big wide brim blue mug, and then we got a little wooden bowl up front.
I think I'm the bowl.
Why do you think you're the bowl?
Because I feel like a fucking snack.
I kind of feel like I'm the coffee mug, but I feel like that might just be because I'm a big coffee drinker. And I have mugs like that. I have 3 mugs exactly like that, but kind of like a greenish in my kitchen. So I don't know if I'm actually the coffee mug or if I'm just doing some, it's just familiar, you know? I think Rob might be the bowl. He's a fucking stoner.
Yeah.
He's the bowl.
Rob can have the bowl.
He can have the bowl.
Mine.
I'm kind of drawn to the coffee mug, but I don't know if that's actually.
I'm the brick in the back.
You're the brick wall in the background. Why do y'all keep picking? I specifically looked for and created images with 3 objects or like 3 to 5 objects so we could argue about it. Y'all are just picking things I didn't even consider to be options. The wall in the back.
You should have thought about it.
I'm the wallpaper.
Don't you sometimes feel like when you're talking to me that you're talking to a fucking wall?
You're right. Yep, you're the brick wall in the background. I guess I'll take the coffee mug. Yes.
I'm the bowl.
Great. Glad. Okay, we figured it out once again.
Boom.
Here's the last image, and this is one where I just put 3 things together, and this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna switch to the next image, and I'm just gonna shut the fuck up for a moment and let y'all take it in.
Brother. What am I looking at? Is that from the movie fucking Tremors? What the fuck? Brother. Fuck is that? I know 2 of those objects technically.
I know which one I want to be.
I don't know if I want to be any of them.
I really want to be the little guy on the left. He's a weird looking slug thing with weird ears. He just looks so happy to be here. Yeah, he's dumb and he's kind of pretty goofy.
You know, I'll be the pickle because it's the most fucking normal.
Yeah, he doesn't belong, but like he's having a good time. And you know what? That's what I strive for. So I want to be the little guy on the left. Jesse wants to be the pickle. I think Rob's the pickle.
You're gonna have the what the fuck?
I think you're the pickle.
Me ordinary, dude?
Yeah,
not because it's ordinary.
I think I'm the pickle because it's the most normal thing in that fucking photo.
I'm not normal. I'm far from normal.
I don't.
That's why Rob is the fucking Admiral Akbar fucking potato.
The like super misshapen tumorous.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I said
like
tumorous
Admiral
potato. It's that potato has tumors. It's got cancer. You know.
I was set up from the beginning.
CF isn't cancer, but like
no, thank God.
But like
superimpose an image of Admiral Akbar next to that fucking potato.
Yeah, honestly though,
it is kind of Admiral Akbar-ish.
Dude, you can see the little mouth and the line going to the side and everything.
Wow, that was not intentional. Wait, you're saying?
That's the first thing I thought of when I saw that fucking potato.
Honestly, a little bit.
Or a piece of garlic or ginger, whatever.
I still feel like I'm pretty sure it's a potato. Actually, no, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Could be a ginger.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I just looked up phallic objects, and then when I saw a really fucked up looking potato, I just looked up goofy potato.
Oh my God!
I'm agreeing with y'all now. Jesse's the pickle. I don't think it's because you're the most normal, but sure. Rob's the Admiral Akbar looking tumorous potato. Which is still probably better than whatever the fuck I am on the left there. But I love that. I don't know, but I love it. He's just a little guy, and he's just happy to be here.
Disturbing, dude.
Kill me. Kill me. I wish to die. Well,
Good lord.
I didn't really have an ending for this. Unceremoniously,
Ooh,
that's tag yourself.
I have a solid one.
Go ahead.
If you ever had the chance, your choice in everything, if you could, what would be the one porn star you would fuck?
You think I know porn? Why would I know
Yes, you
porn
do.
stars? I don't.
Fellow jerker.
Look, dude, if you asked me like a week ago, I had like a new favorite porn star. Now I can't even remember her name. So
I genuinely don't know if I could name any porn stars. I'm not trying to be coy. I genuinely don't know. Rob, clearly you have an answer here. Tell us about the porn star you would most like to fuck. And then when we create our JABOIS Pod Pornhub account, maybe we could do a collab.
That would be pretty cool.
Who is it, Rob?
I don't know. The name's a little like Reslin or some shit like that. Do your science.
Do my science?
You're gonna look them up anyway.
Reslin. What?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Hold on. Well, okay. Now I gotta.
There you
Google
go,
this
champ.
porn
He's
star.
doing his research.
I see you sitting up now too, Jesse.
No, I'm checking my
Little
vape.
Reslin.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh boy. Yep. I for a moment forgot I was clicking on Pornhub. Well, yeah.
Oh, wow,
This is just
those
porn.
That's porn.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's
okay.
All
Really?
right.
Is that your type?
And now you got me confused or curious, rather.
Welcome.
Cool. So this podcast just went in a really weird place where Rob has us looking up porn stars.
Wait, do you not see that behemoth to the left? Whatever the fuck that was? That cretin?
You know, we first started talking about creating a podcast a long time ago. Probably closer when I had like 6,000 subscribers, right? And I initially was like, no, the world doesn't need another 3 white guys talking.
That's racist.
Podcast.
Take it back.
I won't.
Psych.
No.
Racist.
Because the world
Bigot.
doesn't. But then, sure. But then the community Discord voted for us to do it, and so I was like, okay, fine. So I was like, some of these notes are really old, and I don't know where they came from. I don't know like what the inspiration for them was. I don't know what I was getting at. One of the older notes I have is, how much money would Robert and Jesse have to be paid each to actually make out with each other?
$10.
It wasn't free.
Actually, yeah, I'll do it for free.
Hell yeah, brother.
Okay, and
I'll
just
make out
in
with
case,
Rob for free.
and here's the thing, that is a bullet point, and then sub points, 30 seconds, tongue, full eye contact on the way in, and they gotta mean it.
All for free. Screw 30 seconds. We're making out the entire time.
The correct response is,
You have
again?
to split us up.
Yeah. You're gonna have to be like, okay, that's
way more than
too
30
much.
seconds. Guys,
Too
guys,
much.
guys! Before we end then, we'll end this way. Before we end, I am going to go through some of the emails we got, other than the Pornhub one.
Yes.
Just because I think this will be a nice way to cap off. If we do continue doing a podcast, I think this will be a nice way to cap it every time as we go through some emails. And eventually, if we're getting a fuck ton, Rob and Jesse have told me they don't really care to have access to the email. It can just be a me thing for now, unless it becomes a bigger thing. So if y'all start using it a lot, again, JABOISpod@gmail.com, you can email suggestions for topics, questions that you want all of us, or just one of us or two of us to answer, suggestions for segments, whatever the fuck you want. But we'll go through some we have right now. One of which is first name, last name. I think it's literally his real first name, last name, so I'm not going to say it. Saying, give me a guest spot. And Robert, you wanna guess who from the community Discord is saying, give me a guest spot on the podcast?
I think I mentioned it at one point.
It's Buford.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Buford.
Yep.
No. Next, Spooky Boob sent us a meme.
What is that like?
I like this meme. I think it's a pretty good meme. Matthew, true or false?
You like it.
Matthew, true or false?
Oh shit! Wait, hang on.
False. He looks more like a Greg.
That's not a Greg.
That's Carlos.
Like, I don't think he's a Matthew.
Matthew,
That's
true or
Carlos.
false?
That's definitely a Carlos.
That's Balthazar. That's like,
No, he's way too happy to be Balthazar.
that's why it's such a good name. That's World Eater. Like, that's Bringer of the End
Destroyer
Times.
9000.
Pussy Destroyer 9000. Hell yeah. So false. That's Pussy Destroyer 9000.
False.
That's our answer to your meme.
Yes.
In the last email, I actually wanted to look at, in case this kind of brought anything to mind for you guys. I'm not going to say their name. And for the future, one of the things I wanted to know is, like, if we're going to accept emails from people, should we have, like, an etiquette? Should we have people say if they want their names to be said? Should we have, like, a way they should start their emails? I don't fucking know. But somebody sent an email titled Podcast. Thanks. I don't know what else it would be about. All they said was, just go over your funniest moments. So
I don't even know our funniest. That's such a subjective fucking.
It's such a broad and vague question, but I just
Yeah,
wanted to see if it brought anything to mind to you guys, because it brings something to mind for me.
Oh god, that's such a subjective fucking topic.
It's broad and vague. It's definitely subjective on purpose. I can tell you right now, one of my favorite moments of Robert is I know, don't fucking pit me, bitch, is like the one, but Rob going, I can't even like reproduce the sounds with my face hole. But him going, he blew my gun off, is still one of my favorite noises Robert has ever made. That, and recently when we were playing, Lethal Company, we were just dancing around because there was a giant worm and we were trying to get its attention. And Rob went, Lisan Al Gaib! And then I turn around and there's just a wall of worm in front of me and Robert's gone. That is one of my favorite, like, Robert funny moments. For Jesse, it is, and probably forever will be, your fart. Because the fact it came so clear in your mic. That one! Yeah, that Rob ruined by opening a soda at the very end of it.
It just sounds like an extra toot.
That is like the fact that came through so clear on your microphone, and then you spent the next 10 minutes giggling about it, and then what really did it for me was when you explained, like, no, it wasn't a struggle, it wasn't forced. I was laughing mid fart.
Yeah.
It's so like it's
because I got out of my chair and I put my ass to my mic to fart because I was like, damn, I gotta fart, and these guys are fucking talking about bullshit. Let me just interrupt this real quick.
But just something about the way that, like, you got your ass cheeks up to your microphone and you're giggle. Like, you can almost envision how Jesse was, like, shaking as he laughed based on the sounds of the fart. He was like, like, you can just see it. That is, and probably forever will be, my favorite, like, Jesse funny moment.
I think my favorite funny moment, or at least the only one that I can think of off the top of my head, is that's a felony.
I figured you would say that.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
I like the goblin one.
Well,
Your
15
impression of the
weeds?
goblin.
Yeah. A lot of people like Jesse's, I'm just a level 1 goblin.
One goblin.
A lot of people.
You mean I won't get any XP?
A lot of people seem to really like
favorite.
Jesse's level 1 goblin. Yeah.
I fucking love that meme too. Please don't kill me. I'm just a level 1 goblin.
Don't spit it out, pussy. Spitters are quitters.
Wait, me, the first time I made him spit something out.
That'd be hot.
That was really close. That was just, I at one point I opened my eyes while I was leaning forward and straining not to spit the drink out, and I could see a vein in my forehead from how hard I was straining.
What was that one clip where I made you spit out your fucking coffee?
What?
I don't remember.
Or something. I think it was something about fucking power washing my balls.
Oh yeah.
And you spit out your fucking coffee.
Oh, was that in a COD DMZ video?
I think it was, yeah.
I think that's a DMZ video where you're talking about power washing your fucking
pressure
balls.
wash your fucking balls, dude.
Yeah.
Set your goddamn your fucking shower, your adjustable shower nozzle to the high pressure setting, power wash your balls. It'll change your life.
And that was such a funny fucking thing. I think I did spit my coffee out when you said it the first time. And the thing is, you talked about it for like 5 minutes straight. You just kept talking about how you pressure wash your balls and how good it feels and how squeaky clean your balls are, so that I could gargle on them or something. Like,
you said something is like, I got big fucking balls, man.
Yeah, that's what it was. You said, I got big fucking balls, man. And I was just like, and just genuinely spit out coffee. But that you talked about it for so long, and it was so funny. I started the video with that, and then it cuts away. And then 3 minutes into the video, we come back to you talking about that, cuts away. Like, I split it into multiple segments because it was so fucking funny. Oh my God. I just remembered one more. And this is a little bit of a throwback, not a huge throwback for us, but like a little for the YouTube channel. The vast majority of people who watch any of my videos will not know about this. But there was one specific emote that, Jesse, you discovered in Conqueror's Blade. It was like, hey over here. What was it? I don't remember what the emote was, but you would stand on
like wave.
It was, I don't remember what it was, but you would stand.
Hey, shoot, I'm open.
Yeah, over here. You would stand on the walls as we were like defending against all the incoming armies. You would stand up there,
siege cannons and shit.
and you would just be like, "Hey, over here, shoot me! Hey!" And,
I'm open.
Yeah, you would do that, and you did that like 4 games in a row, and every single time I fucking lost it. I got like dizzy from how hard I was laughing. Just the way you were like, "Hey, over here." That is also one of my favorite funny moments. So yeah, I Rob kind of named one, I guess. Jesse had a few, and I named several. So Rob, kind of a subpar performance from you, but I appreciate your input all the same.
Hey, fuck it, how about that?
Do either of you want to take a stab at an outro, or shall I wing it?
Wing it.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. Wing it.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us for the first episode of the JABOIS Podcast. Remember, we're just a bunch of idiots. I've been your favorite idiot, Holdiniful, joined as always by Jesse and Robert. I'm stuck with them forever. See you next time. I don't know if I like that one. Let's try it. Oh, the thumbs up? Okay. Jesus Christ. I don't think that's a good outro, but that was so fucking stupid. I think that video is going to end that way anyway. Right now.